four corners. Hey, boys. I know that you're watching the other team and they're watching you during warm-ups, aren't they? You always sneak a peek just to see. Don't you look at their cleats and go, oh my gosh, that guy's probably pretty good. Look how nice his cleats are. All right, you're doing all this stuff, okay? If you guys sprint to the field to take your four corners, like you're ready to beat up Barcelona, all right? The other team is going to be looking at us going, oh my gosh, they are red, right? It's not going to happen. We want this game from the get-go. All right, head on over, get in a group.
From the Tidelands Park, field number 2, and on the island of Coronado, right across from the city of San Diego, Landry Productions presents the Boys Under 11 Gold Championship match, featuring the FC Heat and Nado Select. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg, GK Porter for Landry Productions, of course, and let's start up with the FC Heat. Their lineup reads as follows. The head coach is Dan Smuts. The team manager is Keith Eckert. The keeper will be Michi Zepeda. Number 2 at forward, Ryan Eckert. Number 3 at right mid is John Lawrence. Number 4 at stopper is Jesse Partida. Number 5 at forward is Alan Curiel. Number 6 at right defender is Guadalupe Mora. Number 7 at right forward is Andrew Miranda. Number 9 at left mid is Julius Jones. Number 10 at left defender is Eli Navarrete. Number 11 at midfield is Ramiro Rodriguez. Number 12 at midfield is Luis Ibarra. Number 14 at sweeper is Jesus Mejia. And that's the lineup for the FC Heat. They will be in all blue with the white along their sleeves and along their shorts, going from left to right. And from right to left, there'll be Nado Select. Let's get the lineup for Nado Select. The head coach is Art Guerrero, and the team manager is Tim Casey. Before we proceed, 30-minute halves, and there'll be no overtime. It'll be right into penalty kicks if it is still tied. And we're about ready to get started. So shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We are underway. Andrew Bell is the keeper for Nado Select. Number 3 at forward is Lance Mann. Number 4 is Sean Miley at mid or defender. Number 5 at mid or forward is Antonio Padilla. Number 6 at center defense is Cole Quinlan. Number 7 as defender is Jake Lamb. Number 8 at defender is Jake Ariette. Number 10 at midfield is Sean Matney. Number 11 at mid or forward is Sammy Rahim. Number 12 at defender is Aiden Doherty. Number 13 at mid or forward is Romero Hampton Medina. Number 14 at midfield is Liam Casey. 16 at defender is George Farley. And 17 at mid is Zach Lulam. And now the ball in the attacking third for Nado Select. Have to protect in their own defensive third, and done nicely that time by Mejia. Up to central, but now Nado Select back onto the soccer ball with Padilla on the wide, sending a ball into the box, and it is kicked out of play by Cepeda. Michi Cepeda on a nice play, and it'll be a throw-in. But there is a player down. And he gets back up. From the far side touchline, Nado Select will throw it in. It is Boys Under 11 Gold match. Glad you're with us under the cloudy skies here in Coronado. The home team, Nado Select, in his championship match. The throw in from the far side touchline, the header, a couple of ones into the 18-yard box, but he goes wide of frame that time on a second heading try. So the goal kick from the visitors from Escondido, FC Heat. A quick touch that time by Casey, and now towards the 18-yard box, and it goes out of play at the near side.
Ryan, get out there. I want you isolated with him.
It'll be a throw-in by Casey, and an illegal throw-in. So it's going to be a throw-in for the FC Heat. It is 0-0 match. George Langevin bringing you the sights and sounds from the stadium view up high. The throw-in, Nado select. Matney trying to get it over to the 18-yard box. Now quickly, Raheem, but it is swept away by FC Heat. But now in the Citro, Nado select still have the touches. Forward with Padilla going out wide, trying to get it to his teammate Lance Mann. But that ball was touched past the goal line by FC Heat. Nado select now is going to have the corner kick. The first set piece of the match for either side. And now it is going to be another CK. The second set piece try, and we're only going to keep the ones in the attacking half of the field for both teams. The little bit of an outswinger. Boy, that was pretty good. A nice teasing ball in the 6-yard box. Nado select getting the touches, but that one was lastly touched out of play by Jake Lamb. Throw in FC Heat on the near side. Quick touch by that time Sammy, or actually that was Sean Matney. And a quick strike by Miranda. Miranda getting it all the way down into the Citro, and another touch by Curiel. But ranging over to his right is Andrew Bell. All the way upfield. It went by Miranda, and now he has it. Miranda trying to settle it, but taken away. Now at midfield, Nado select with it. Hampton Medina, and then up forward to Lance Mann. Man on the soccer ball. Man being marked heavily there by Navarrete. And Navarrete striking it out of play, the far side touchline to throw in. And that was an illegal throw in, Nado select. Nado select has won the Presidio Cup in the AAA, and they, of course, playing, this is a AAA or basically a gold tournament here, and they were finalists in the Coronado Classic, and in La Jolla's Impact, they were also finalists. Well, they've had a pretty good year. On it now, Curiel, cross midfield. Got a runner on the far side. The left flank, Luis Ibarra trying to get to it. It is out of play. Nado select across midfield now. Along the left flank, trying to continue forward. Dispossessed was Rodriguez, and his alternate number able to trap it there, Raheem, as he went out wide. They try to go forward, but here's Raheem again. And quickly swept out of danger by Jesse Partida. 0-0 your score. Hoping to dodge any serious rain today, as the weather scenario been going in a counterclockwise deal, and it has put rain off and on here in San Diego County.
Go, Drew.
Long ball brought down quickly that time by Quinlan, but now they have to retreat back. Quinlan and his teammate, Jake Lamb, but no problem, time and space for Andrew Bell to get to it. Drives it up forward down the right flank, trying to get his teammates to pursue it and go further, but they're having a hard time now as Curiel winning it and sending that ball toward the 18-yard box, but plenty of time and space for Andrew Bell. and he decides to keep it on the ground on the low side. But now the quick by Lawrence, but intercepted. And in the deep back, FC Heat able to collect it as they move forward with their counterattack. It goes out of play. They ran out of real estate on the near side. And it's 0-0 match between Nado Select and FC Heat. New championship one. And that ball back to midfield now. On the near side. Miranda trying to get to it. He can't. But getting to it there was Casey. But his pass is intercepted in the central that time by Partida. And then now swept back across midfield, out to the wide. Couple players on a 50-50. And let's see what the call is going to be. It is going to be a throw-in and no foul on the play. But FC Heat is going to throw it in from the far side touchline. Into the center from Miranda, and he goes out wide now, looking for Lawrence, and that ball goes out of play. But they're going to have an opportunity to throw it in, FC Heat. FC Heat, the finalists in the U12 Dave Shelton Cup back in August, and in July they were finalists in another tournament. And that ball is swept past the goal line by FC Heat. So it'll be a goal kick for the green and white. Nado Select. Coronado. Swept it right at Andrew Bell, and Bell has to go up high, making a save. He ranged over towards the near post to his right. Upfield now for Nado Select. In the central, got a good ball on the near side. Running onto it is Raheem. He sends a service into the box. It turns out to be a shot, and it is knocked away by Zepeda.
Well done, Mitchie.
Nice play that time by Mitchie Zepeda, being able to knock that ball from going inside the far post by Sammy Raheem. Nice ball. Towards the keeper that time by Raheem. After the goal kick, going upfield. Trying to keep their offensive attack going. Miranda can't get to it. And on the near side, Nado Select, they have it. Off of the touch quickly by Sammy Raheem. And then now to the central with Mann. Mann chasing it down as he lost it. Mann is able to get to it. And it goes back towards Jake Ariette. And it is going to be a throw-in as it went off of FC Heat. But the FC Heat are going to get fresh player into the match. This is number 9, Julius Jones. He's a left mid type player. And I'm not talking about the football player. It'll be a throw-in. Nado Select, for those who follow the sport of American football. This ball headed towards the 18-yard box, and coming off his line is Mitchie Zepeda. And Mitchie driving it down a central, off of a bounce, trying to get somebody to run onto it, could not. There's the header quickly by Raheem. And now they have another one by Matney going forward. But in the deep back, they're able to collect and go back up the field on a counterattack. Miranda knocks it off of Jake Lamb. And Miranda throws it in across midfield. Nice strike down in the right flank, trying to get his teammate to run onto it that time, and that would have been Luis Ibarra. But they're able to intercept. Intercepting that time was Rodriguez Ramiro, and now there's a foul. And it'll be a free kick. Ramiro down the central, but it is headed quickly by Matney. Upfield, but they get another touch on it. Mora to keep the attack going. Here is Lawrence. Can't go any further as it's intercepted. Up in the air. Quickly from Matney, and then has his teammate drive it across midfield. Got a couple players there. Raheem trying to heel pass it to his teammate, but that didn't work out. And so it goes out of play on the near side touchline. And the FC Heat will throw it in. in its 0-0 championship match. Again, if it's tied at the end of the 60 minutes of play, the 30 in this half and the 30 in the second half, it will go into the dreaded penalty kicks. The quick touch there by Matney, but his teammates are they're retreating as FC Heat able to keep them in their own defensive half. Struck out of play, though, by John Lawrence. The throw in now by Lamb. The header by Guadalupe Mora. I told Guadalupe I love the first name. Very original.
Go, Ryan.
In fact, they had the Saint Day, which happens usually this time of year in the Catholic religion. It goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in now. For Nado Select, throwing it in, Jake Ariette. Trying to get a couple players to run onto it. Which one will it be? Neither. As it goes out of play. Off of, looked like it was Lawrence Mann's opportunity. Or Lance Mann, I should say. There's a strike by Antonio Padilla. Down the right flank, looking for Lance Mann. He couldn't get it, but his teammate in support. The subsequent strike, but no problem. Time and space clearly there for Michi Zepeda. And Michi, the keeper, driving it down to Central. As they have compressed Nado Select now. Compressed them in there, pretty much in their own defensive half as they go forward. Trying to get somebody to run onto it. Can't do it. Up in the air. As going the other way with their counter, the all-blue FC Heat. Ramiro Rodriguez sitting a long ball. He's looking for Miranda, but he couldn't get to it. Now here's Rahim on touch, but his pass is intercepted as he went to the interior. Off of a bounce, Nado Select winning it. Striking it forward toward the attacking third. Rahim has to be careful. Whenever you're trying to strike the soccer ball, not to get your leg up too high. It will be a foul. Into the middle area of the field. Past the center circle, but now running onto it. Matney going out wide. Matney gets it again, but he loses the handle on it. But he retrieves it momentarily there. They went backwards and then forward. Trying to go to the attacking third again. The white and green of Nado Select. Both teams evenly matched so far in this match. On the near side with Rahim. Rahim now has it. Trying to go into the 18-yard box, but it is swept out of play. Nicely done in the space, the right defensive area for FC Heat. On the near side. Quick strike by Jake Lamb. Lamb gets a touch by Casey. Casey's pass after Matney touched it, but it's intercepted. In the central, FC Heat, they win it. Try to get a long ball from Miranda, but it was intercepted. Nicely done by Jake Lamb stepping into space. And that ball goes out of play on the near side. It'll be a throw-in, though, for Mora. Mora's pass is knocked off of Nado Select. And actually, it was a foul on the play, so it'll be a free kick. But it won't go into the tally because it's in their own defensive half. And it ball down the right flank now. Trying to get somebody to run onto it. Might it be Miranda? No, it was touched out that time by Ibarra. Long right flank. Miranda chasing it down. Miranda showing his speed. It goes out of play as he couldn't get to it. The throw in from their deep back. Nado Select. It is 0-0 match. Swept toward the central. Going after it, though, is Ariette. But a strike towards the 18-yard box. Nicely done that time by Julius Jones. Okay. It's going to be a throw-in now for FC Heat. towards Rodriguez. But it was intercepted, and down the right flank, here goes Nado Select with Raheem. Sammy Raheem setting the ball down. He was looking for his teammate Lance Mann, and Mann could not get to it. It had too much pace on it as Michi Zepeda comes way off his line to make the save. He went at the top of the box. Cannot handle that soccer ball as a keeper with your hands past that 18-yard box. Here is Miranda on a counter, serving it into the 18. And it goes out of play on the near side, but it'll be a throw-in now. Miranda throwing it in. And the whistle is going to work against the FC Heat. As Nado Select will throw it in, but they have a substitutions as two players are coming off. I believe one of them that came in was Padilla. And tough to see the other number for the moment, and it is Sean Miley. Any substitutions that we mention or mismention, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball on a pitch. And it's 0-0 championship match. Hopefully you're enjoying this match here on Langevin Productions, either through public access or through your own personal DVD. This ball driven to the near side. It goes past the goal line, and it's going to be a corner for FC Heat, their first of the match. So FC Heat now with a set piece. See what they can do with it. 0-0 match. Andrew Miranda, a good ball in the central of the 6-yard box. And if they touch it with their hand, it is a penalty. It's going to be a penalty shot. So FC Heat now with a penalty shot and a golden opportunity to go ahead 1-0. John Lawrence will take it. Always the advantage of the striker. Lawrence strikes the soccer ball and a goal! Go, 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 go! John Lawrence with the goal in the back of the net. He picked the right side, and he was able to finish with it. And the FC Heat, Nado Escondido, lead 1-0. And it all started by Andrew Miranda. A beautiful ball in a 6-yard box. And, of course, somebody touched it with their hands, it looked like, and a penalty shot for John Lawrence. Retreating back now and shielding and shepherding that soccer ball was Jesus Mejia. So now the clock is not the friend of the white and green. They've got plenty of time to try to tie up this match. Going forward is Rodriguez, and he serves it into the 18-yard box for Miranda. Nice ball in the box, and it's knocked away out of the central. Beautiful ball by Miranda. They still have it in the attacking third. And Nado Select trying to go up the field. Winning it is Mora. Mora in the central. Mora looking for somebody, and he can't get anybody there. As Andrew Bell able to make the save. In this 1-0 championship match that the FC Heat are enjoying here in the first half. I'm Greg G.K. Porter along with George Langevin. Wow, messed that one up. George Langevin, the creator of the company, and he is on the video camera. On the near side, it'll be a throw-in. FC Heat into the 18-yard box. Nado Select sweeping it out of their box. But now headed into the attacking third, right outside the box again. The all blue trying to keep the attack on, the pressure on. And a player going down. Was it in the box or out of the box? And it's going to be a free kick right outside the 18-yard box. Tough for me to see from my vantage point. You can easily see I got to rely on the ref. Center ref marking off the distance for number 11, Ramiro Rodriguez. Rodriguez strikes it. Whoa! Let it go! Go, 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 go! La!
Oh, you put that goal thing on the video.
Ramiro Rodriguez and a beautiful ball over the wall, and he's able to beat Andrew Bell inside the far post. And it is 2-0.
Get him, John. Get him.
Along the left flank now, and Nado Select, a lot of work they're going to have to do now as Rodriguez and Lawrence able to give them the 2-0 lead. And in soccer, obviously, the older the age bracket, the more and more that is tough to come back from. The younger the age bracket, the more and more you have a chance. So they still have a chance as there is still a whole half to play. And minutes still left in this first half. Nearly a handball, but not called.
Nice, John.
The Nado Select has been getting some plays into the attacking third, but recently it has stopped, and they're trying to get that going again. Miranda now with a beautiful strike down to central, looking for his teammate, Ibarra. Ibarra trying to get to it, but he has support there by Eckert. And now a strike from long distance and off of a tough bounce, and Bell will be able to make the save. As standing right in front of him was Luis Ibarra. Always tough at this age bracket when you strike it and then get that big high hop. And the keeper has to make a decision. Much tougher the younger the age bracket. Just the opposite of what I was saying earlier as far as goal scoring is concerned. Mejia now driving that ball past the far side touchline in his 2-0 match. That Nado Select is behind it. And a throw in. Must have been an illegal throw in. Hampton Medina. He had a touch there in that sequence, and now he's got a teammate. He's got time and space, placing a long ball, looking for Sean Miley, but Miley couldn't get to it. And retreating back is Jake Lamb, and he having the duties of trying to deal with Miranda. And Miranda has created problems for him, especially as this match has moved on. Rodriguez in the central, able to sweep it from the deep back all the way upfield, but now another touch and then into space, knocked out of play. I believe that was by Jake Arrett. And in central now. On the near side, and it goes out of play. Throw in now by Mora. And a nice strike by Mora in a 6-yard box, but Bell is able to pounce on that soccer ball, quickly getting off his line that time. Nice play by Andrew Bell, anticipation that time. Down to central. For FC Heat, trying to go further. Lawrence. Miranda trying to go further, but he was dispossessed that time. But now he has his teammate in support. Lawrence again. Miranda trying to weave his way toward the central. And Miranda still on a soccer ball. Miranda staying after it. Nice play. A good hustle that time for Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the soccer ball, trying to go further in the box. And now he has Eckert on the wide, but his pass is intercepted. But now pass toward the 18, intercepted again by Nado Select. Have to play good defense as they're down 2-0. Can't afford to give up another goal. And even at the young age, And the boys under 11, then they have to deal with, can they score enough goals to tie it up? On the near side, it'll be a throw-in. Nado select out of their own deep third. And that ball carries into the 18, but swept back forward. Strike there by Raheem. His teammate getting a subsequent strike, and now the give and go. Back to Hampton Medina, and he is dispossessed that time, and he went down. They got to retreat back. Jake Lamb, Nado select. Lamb, 7-on-7, and an offsides call. So offsides that time, and maybe that was Miranda that was offside. Not one of his teammates were. Substitutions coming in from the far side as head coach Art Guerrero want to get a couple of fresh players back into the match. Coming out was Lance Mann and Ramiro Hampton Medina. And we'll mention the two new players on the pitch as they touch that soccer ball. Here's Antonio Padilla. Padilla sweeping it toward the 18, but is intercepted at the top of the box, just outside the box. Swept now by Sean Miley into the air. The header by Liam Casey, but can't go further.
Unlucky, Ryan, unlucky. Hey, Ryan.
And it's going to be now a free kick. It was a third set piece for Nado Select. Into the central. FC Heat on a long ball trying to get somebody to run onto it. Weren't able to do so that time. Jake Lamb sweeping it up forward, but quickly their defenders who are good at getting the long balls going to Miranda, weaving his way. Miranda, he's triple teamed, still pursuing the soccer ball. Miranda, tough shot. At a tough angle that time, but he took it anyway. You never know. And obviously what he's trying to do is work on bending that ball. Those are the types of things you work on as a young player, because then you learn the ability of how to strike the soccer ball and get it to do what you want it to do. Up into the 6-yard box, knocked out quickly by Nado Select. But here's another one right to Bell. He makes the save. Miranda gets to it and puts it in the back of the net to goal. Go, 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 goal. And Drew Miranda getting the goal this time. And he's been working hard as after the first few minutes of the match, and he's finding the ability to put pressure on the defenders for Nado Select. And he's finding room. And now he adds a tally along with John Lawrence and Ramiro Rodriguez. And that is the end of the first half. And the all blue of the FC Heat ahead 3-0 at halftime in this championship match here at the Tidelands Park #2 in Coronado. Stick with us. You'll see that the players are intently paying attention to their coaches, getting refreshments, and we'll be back with the second half of the championship match in the boys under 11 gold.
Playing some of our better soccer, aren't we? A couple things that we need to watch out for. First of all, I told you I wanted the first 3 goals of this game and the last 3 goals of the game. All right? So far, so good. We got the first 3. All right? But you know what this means? If they get one on us, we need to score 3 more if we're going to get the last 3, aren't we? All right? So, boys, we're going to finish this game playing it. We're not just going to hang out for 30 minutes and hope that 3 is enough. All right? Guys, have you ever noticed that teams that play to try to not lose the game rather than try to win it in that second half, they usually end up losing it, don't they? All right? We're not going to sit back. We're not just going to play defense, but we are going to play smart. All right? Guys, a couple of times in that first half, We had Jesus stepping up and no defender was backing him up. Or Jesse was stepping up, nobody was backing him up. They've got some speed up top. We need to back each other up. And when in doubt, kick it out. We need to be very careful about the way we are flicking the ball, all right? We've given up a couple of corner kicks. Well done, goalie. Okay, in the attack, forwards, you've got to stay wide. You have got to stay wide because what that does is that isolates one-on-one you with their outside back. Playing 3 forwards is so that you guys can stretch it out. Stretch that field out and the passing lanes open up, don't they? Now, guys, when we had a diagonal ball, they need to be at a diagonal ball, okay? Boys, we need to play it safe. We need to get it to the corners, all right? Andrew, we need to win that right corner and send them across. Victor's got some pretty good hands. But something that we learned this morning, I was very proud of the fact that you guys were following everything up.
Okay, action set to get underway here in the second half. Nado Select will be going from left to right in the white and green with the green numbers, and right to left is FC Heat. We have Danny Smuts that is out there. He's number 8. He kind of had a little bit of a cold or whatever, fever last night, and that's why he didn't start. But he's out there, out on the pitch. 3 goals scored in the first half. John Lawrence scored one of the goals. Andrew Miranda scored another goal, and Ramiro Rodriguez. Lawrence scored on the penalty shot, which Miranda had a beautiful, brilliant ball into the 6-yard box, but Nado Select not able to handle it that time. The throw in. Arrett. In the central, Matney. Jake Lamb trying to get to it. Lamb now for Nado Select. It goes out of play. Lastly off of Jake Lamb. Miranda, you'll see him on the far side here in the second half. As both teams going in the other direction. The players you saw in the first half near you be on the other side of the field. Driven down to central, nicely done that time by Navarrete. And now here's a strike by Miranda, and on the near post, Andrew Bell able to make the save. And not a bad strike that time by Miranda, and he's starting to get quality strikes towards that net. As a defender and as a keeper, you really don't like to see that, and you're going to have to deal with that. The better strikes the players get towards you in the 18-yard box, the tougher it becomes to try to deal with. Field number 2. You just checked in here at the Tidelands Park. Right as you drive across the bridge, it's been paid for and don't have to pay a toll anymore. And you see the Tidelands Park, a number of these soccer fields. 3-0 the score. FC Heat leading over Nado Select. I'm Greg G.K. Porter. George Langevin on a video camera, bringing you the sights and sounds. Ball down to central. And swept forward by Rodriguez. Now wide, Miranda now goes forward to Smuts. Smuts now on the ball, and it's knocked away, and then it goes behind frame.
Danny, you got to get that across sooner. Good run, Andy.
Danny Smuts on a nice run, along with Miranda, making things happen on that right flank. On the near side, it goes out of play. The FC Heat enjoying a comfortable 3-0 lead. Just trying to make sure they can protect it. And if they can add to it, they'll try to do just that. Rodriguez, who scored 1 goal already. Into the central. Now here's Miranda, who's done the same thing, just over frame that time. Miranda, beautiful strike, but he just couldn't get it to bend down or dip down into the back of the net. Miranda now out wide for Lawrence, who scored one of the goals. Back to Miranda. And then a long strike at Bell makes a save. Ramiro Rodriguez, and a nice strike by Rodriguez, and Bell getting his hands onto that soccer ball before it went in the back of the net. On the near side, here's Partida. Partida went to the interior, then it went out wide to Ibarra. Ibarra chasing it down into the corner. Ibarra now shielding the soccer ball away from the two defenders, and it is knocked out of play by Ibarra. He lost the handle on it on the near side. Nado Select will throw it in. The throw in. Navarrete. And it is knocked out of play. And do we have a free kick? Yes, we do. This is a foul on the play. Ramiro Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a strike for the near post, and Bell is able to make the save. Nice strike by Rodriguez. Trying to bid to try to get his second goal of the match. Here's Lawrence serving it toward the 18-yard box and trying to get Eckerd to run onto it, but he just couldn't. Had too much pace on it. Here's Bell striking it upfield. Can't get it across midfield now. So the All Blue still retaining possession in the defensive half of Nado Select. Here's Miranda. Goes around one player, goes around two. Miranda still on a soccer ball. Four players now trying to continue on. And it will go past the goal line, but he'll get a CK out of it. Beautiful dribbling the soccer ball by Miranda. Andrew really putting pressures on the defenders that time. And he gets his team's fourth. CK and a nice, brilliant ball into the 18, but they couldn't get anybody to possess it that time. But coming onto it now is Rodriguez on the wide, but outside the 18-yard box, protecting well, Nado Select. Nado Select, if they can get one goal, they will cut into the lead, and it will give them a little bit of momentum. But they are having a hard time even doing that as they're playing again in their own defensive half. With it now is Ibarra, and it goes out of play. Knocked out by Nado Select. Be a throw in. Sun trying to really sweep this field now. As again, I mentioned about the rotation. Getting a lot of rain this fall. The clouds moving around, a counterclockwise scenario over the last number of days here. Putting rain onto the field in the areas in San Diego County from time to time. Rain last night. Now trying to go down to Central. And a strike that time, but it'll go past the goal line by Ryan Eckert. Substitutions coming in now. A substitution coming in for FC Heat. And that is number 5, Alan Curiel. Curiel can play a forward position. And if there was a sub that came in for Nado Select, we will mention him as a touch that soccer ball is Danny Smuts coming out. Man. In the midfield area now, sent toward the attacking third. The FC Heat trying to get another touch onto it, but it foul into space. It'll be a free kick out of their own defensive half. Nado Select behind 3-0 in a championship match. Sending it down the right flank And they get Padilla to win it, and Padilla sweeps it toward the 18-yard box. And it is knocked out of play on the near side touchline. It'll be a throw-in right outside the 18-yard box and in the attacking third for Nado Select. Still got plenty of time here in the second half, but they got to start getting quality strikes towards the net. Taking advantage of opportunities. If they're to entertain any hope, and that one gets into the 18-yard box. But the keeper, Zepeda, able to make the save. Cross midfield now. With FC Heat going up the field. Into the central. The header by Ibarra into the 18. Eckert trying to make a play, but they dispossessed him that time on the near side. Nicely done by Padilla across midfield. But coming up from the deep back is Mejia. The sweeper, and it's going to be an offsides call. Working against FC Heat out of Escondido. The visitors from the North County enjoying the 3-0 lead here in the championship on the island of Coronado. The Christmas tournament that Coronado Youth Soccer League puts on here. On the near side, and it goes out of play. Nado Select, a team who basically, during the regular season, played in the AA. And they're trying to do something to come back in this championship match. Dealing with a tough team in the FC Heat. Miranda, one of the tough players, working against them, takes a strike, but Bell, ranging to his right, is able to get to it. Off of a bounce, they head it forward, but not able to do anything as Mejia was there in the central. Quickly struck now by Hampton Medina all the way down to the 18. And no problem for Michi Zepeda. And Zepeda will drive it all the way down. Upfield, but not to midfield. FC Heat on the near side, chasing it down, trying to get to it, but staying with it. Number 5, Antonio Padilla, and Padilla ran out of real estate on the near side. The throw in, FC Heat, leading 3-0. And a foul in their defensive half for FC Heat. Taking it, Rodriguez, he who scored one of the goals in the first half. And he runs onto it now. Trying to go out wide for Miranda. Lamb allowed Miranda to get to it, and his left-footed strike just didn't have enough starch on it that time. And Bell is able to make the save as Lamb able to keep him from really getting the good shot on his keeper. Lamb, tough duties in this match. It's going to be a throw-in. FC Heat from the far side touchline to Miranda, and it goes out of play as Miranda almost looked like he was trying to do a step over there. Lamb throws it in. Nice play by Rodriguez, gaining possession of it, and now in the central, but the offsides call as Eckert offsides on that play. From the deep back, Nado Select can't get it across midfield. Don't want to play in your own defensive half for a long portion of the game. And that is exactly what is happening for Nado Select in this match. The championship won. Eckert, Ryan sweeping it out wide, trying to get either Miranda or John Lawrence to get onto it, but they had to sweep it out of play to the far side touchline. And now coming in is Julius Jones. So Jones is coming in. FC Heat. And it's going to be
nice.
a ball swept it into the 18-yard box and trying to get somebody else to strike it. And it's a goal by Ryan Eckert. The goal. Go, 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 goal. Eckert getting a goal now, and it is 4-0. Eckert not marked. He was in the 6-yard box, and he put it in the back of the net. Nado select now. Have to really win possessions and strike the soccer ball in the back of the net. And they've got a lot of work to do on that one. Otherwise, they'll be finalists because FC Heat will win the hardware. And as long as they continue to touch the soccer ball, whether it be putting it into the back of the net or just getting touches, it works against the white with the green numbers and the green shorts, the hometown team. As they do in high school, the long bus ride, their parents will be taking them all the way back to Escondido. And these youngsters in the all blue will be very, very happy in his boys under 11 gold championship match. After the foul, down the central, looking for Eckert. Couldn't get a touch by Eckert. Padilla. But Nado select. They've had a good tournament. Anytime you become finalists, you're getting closer and closer. And let's see, what is the call going to be? If they get a penalty shot here, and no, it is not. It's going to work against that time Lance Mann. And Mann is hurting right now. And so is the player for the FC Heat. In his 4-0 match, we'll take a timeout. And so the player for Nado Select is up and holding his head as and you never like to see that. But he is walking off. And Lance Mann will be substituted for another player, Nado Select. Looks like Sammy Rahim comes in. After the free kick, I should say. AFC Heat. Lawrence. Upfield across midfield. Again, they don't have to score anymore, the FC Heat. Miranda the touch. Miranda trying to pursue it even further and pushing back Aiden Doherty towards his own defensive third. After the throw in, it goes out of play. It'll be a throw in, but substitutions will occur first. As looks like number 10, Sean Matney, coming into the match for Nado Select. We were just here for the Presidio Cup Championships last weekend, and they didn't have the loudspeaker, but they do this time in this Christmas tournament here at the same facility, Tidelands Park.
Oh, good idea.
Toward the 18, but that was intercepted. Navarrete dropping it back to his teammate, Mejia, his sweeper. And they'll retreat back to help out Mejia as he tries to chase it down in the defensive third. He'll have the throw in. Light breeze. You see the Coronado flag and American flag there.
See how now the guy can't work Allen in you.
Not really going to play anything onto the soccer ball. As we've been sun swept now for a while here in the second half. And maybe that front will move out, San Diego County.
Get back, Mitch.
Usher on maybe dry and clear days all the way to Christmas as we are airing this. In the space, Nado select, trying to get to the soccer ball. They can. However, they have it now in the central. Cross midfield. Trying to chase it down that time was Zach Lullum. And now the strike, Myeret. And now retreating back is Errett and his teammate, and a save by Bell. Quinlan racing back there, but still getting off a pretty good shot that time. The FC Heat striker, and Bell able to make the save. FC Heat again. Eckert was the player who struck that soccer ball for the Heat, trying a bid to get the 5th goal. And now here's Eckert again as he heads it toward the central there. His teammate Curiel was trying to get to it, could not. But here's Miranda. Miranda going out wide, but getting over there quickly is Quinlan. And it goes out of play to far side touchline. Four 0 your score. FC Heat. Now the header in a 6-yard box. And it's going to be a goal kick. Up forward, looking for Casey, and Casey controlling it there, but his pass intercepted. FC Heat now. And up to central, but intercepted again by the Heat. On the near side. There's a little bit of heat being applied onto this field. As the sun warming everything up here on this Sunday here. Last weekend before next weekend, which is Christmas. In his Christmas tournament, 2011. 4-0, FC Heat. And a beautiful play down the central on the goal. Ramiro Rodriguez putting it in the back of the net. His 2nd goal of the match. And now, with Ramiro's 2, Miranda's 1, Ryan Eckert's 1. And a penalty shot of John Lawrence. That's 5 goals now. And wholesale substitutions by Dan Smuts. Coronado will learn from this particular championship match. And again, they have been finalists in some different tournaments. Again, playing up a little bit. On the wide, trying to make a move out there, Raheem. Raheem has played pretty well for his team, but things have changed when he was playing the best, and more touches by the all blue and the domination out there with possession, creating all kinds of situations in their favor to get the ball in the back of the net. Going to be a throw-in now. Nado select, throwing it in with Matney. And it is knocked out of play, and it'll be another throw-in. And they not able to handle it. Time running out here in a match. The championship one does not, there will not be, as it looks right now, penalty kicks, as it looks like it's going to be decided. Mighty FC Heat. Nado select. In the 18-yard box, trying to go further. Maybe try to get a situation where they can get a penalty shot. Not able to do so. However, they still have possession. Going to throw it in. Far side touchline. You try to get it to Hampton Medina, but then another subsequent strike, they couldn't do it. As swept all the way upfield by the Escondido visitors. FC Heat. Cross midfield. Controlling the soccer ball nicely there. Smuts on the near side. Yeah, staying after it. Julius Jones having a hard time. As Padilla putting a lot of pressure to space. And it is knocked out by Nado Select. So FC Heat's going to throw it in. Again, they don't have to put anything in the back of the net. They just have to continue to eat up the clock. Going after at that time was Rodriguez. He scored the 2 goals. Couldn't get it, but nevertheless, his teammate Lawrence able to strike it upfield toward the attacking third, going after it. Ibarra. And then now a strike by Lawrence. Into the central as they try to get another strike. And they do by Curiel, and then now a strike quickly by Smuts, and then it goes over frame. Continuing, take shots, take advantage of opportunities. And getting up gingerly there was Alan Curiel. And on the near side, it'll be a CK, the 5th, one in the defensive half. Nice header up high by Nado Select, player there. Upfield, but here is a ball put right towards Bell, and Bell makes a save. Guadalupe Mora from long distance. Mora again, striking it forward to Ibarra. Ibarra after it again. Ibarra still trying to chase it down and man mark and not keep the player. And striking it out of the space. A nice little bit of hustle by Luis. The throw in, Rodriguez all the way up high, and Rodriguez, a brilliant ball up high. He gets the, what they call in hockey, the hat trick. 3 goals, and it is now 6-0. Seldom see that in a championship match. But the FC Heat, after the first 5 or 6 minutes of the match, they have really heated up and continue to be on fire. Miranda comes back into the match as John Lawrence comes out. Miranda, a guy who scored a goal, and so has Lawrence, who just came out. In their own defensive half, Mejia driving it out of play. It'll be a throw-in into the attacking third. They'll be Nado Select. Head coach Art Guerrero's youngsters will learn from this particular match, and they will be even tougher down the road. And off of the hands of Michi Zepeda. And so a good quality strike that time, and Michi not able to handle it. The 4th. Set piece, and it's a good one as Zepeda has to go up high and make the save. The header as that ball by Ariette. Sweeping it towards the 6-yard box, knocked out of play. Will be a throw in. Ryan Eckert is going to come in. let's see. You got now another opportunity for a free kick or a set piece. The 5th. Nado Select in the match. And almost we're able to get that one to go into the back of the net. There's a couple players not able to get to it to the last moment for FC Heat. Going out wide, FC Heat trying to go up the field. But not able to save it was Ibarra. It'll be a throw in now again for Nado Select, leading 5-0. Championship match. Or correction on that, 6-0. 6-0. They've scored so many goals, tough to keep track in a soccer match, but that's going to do it. The championship of the Christmas tournament here in Coronado, Coronado Youth Soccer League, goes to FC Heat out of Escondido over Nado Select, 6-0. We hope you've enjoyed all the action here from Thailand's Park number 2. There will be interviews and closing comments. You get to see the award ceremony, and then we'll be back right after all of that. Stick with us.
So to FC Heat, thank you very much for coming to the tournament. Art, congratulations, making the final. Let me present the medals for Coronado. Here we go.
Hello.
Hopefully our boys will learn from that. We'll get better from this and improve. But congratulations, great game. For our boys, Miro.
Yeah, Nado. Good go.
Sammy.
games. After the first game that we played, I knew it was going to be Coronado and FC Heat in the championship game. You guys are a strong team, and thank you for giving us two tough games. All right, boys, FC Heat, an outstanding way to wrap up the weekend. You should be proud of it. All right. I'm going to start by calling down the defense first because it's kind of our team philosophy, defense first. The big thing that I'm most proud of with the team is 0 goals against in a championship game means the defense is getting it done, all right? They don't get their names called as much, but they are dynamite players, all right? Let's start in the way back. Our goalie, Michi. Come on down, Michi. Well done, Michi.
Look this way, Michi. Michi.
Well done.
Be with the coach, though. Kind of stand next to him.
And then our sweeper, Jesus. My left back, Eli. There you are.
Pretend you like him. Pretend you like him.
Make like you know me. My right back, Lupe. And my stopper, Jesse. Across the midfield, we have a number of midfielders. Let's start with one of our left midfielders, Juice. There you go, well done. Oh. Well done, Juice. Another left midfielder, Luis. And center mid and forward, kind of does everything. Well done, Luis. All right.
Stand next to him. Don't straddle them.
All right. Right midfielder, John. Well done, John. There you go. And played like a monster in the middle of the field today, Ramiro. Outstanding. All right. Another midfielder and forward, Danny. And goalie.
Hey, you know that guy. Give him a hug.
All right. Dynamite right winger this weekend, Andrew. All right. Dynamite left winger, Ryan. And the center forward, Alan.
This way, Alan. All right. There you go.
All right. Let's see. That's it for the players. Once again, thank you, Coronado, for a wonderful tournament. It's an awesome weekend. I look forward to this weekend every single year to come down to the island. We've got great weather. It's a wonderful tournament. Thank you so much. Thank you. Boys, come on down. Come on down. Hold the trophy. Ready to hit? Let's go. Let's go. You guys want it or no? All right. Thank you, Coronado. Well done. Thank you. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Greg G.K. Porter back here at the Christmas tournament here at the Tidelands Park. And I'm here with the FC Heat youngsters who just won the championship 6-0. And you are?
Jesus.
What's your last name, Jesus?
Mejia.
Jesus, talk about playing in this match today.
We played very good, and I want to play again with Coach Dan.
Okay. Well, hopefully he comes back down the road. Maybe you'll be a little bit older, but maybe you guys can link up again. Talk about when you're not playing soccer, what do you like to do?
I like playing with my little brothers.
Okay, all right.
And I like hanging out with my family and just talking.
What's your favorite video game?
FIFA 12.
Okay, you a pretty good player on there?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, at school, do you have a favorite subject at school?
Reading.
Okay. All righty. Do you have a favorite music that you like to listen to?
Mostly anything.
Anything. You'll take anything that they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, lastly, a Christmas thought or a Christmas wish, whatever you'd like to say.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you. And let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
John
What's your last name, John?
Lawrence.
John, you scored one of the goals. Talk a little bit about that.
When the handball happened, I was a little bit nervous when coach picked me, and I just went fake left and went right, and it happened to go in the net.
Okay. Have you scored penalty shots before?
Yes.
Okay, so you're pretty good at it. Obviously, you helped your team out a lot today. Just talk about how your teammates seemed to galvanize with you today in winning this championship.
We passed a lot, and we just had a good game.
When you're not playing soccer, what do you like to do with your friends around the neighborhood?
Well, I have a big backyard, and I usually play with my two older brothers.
Okay, all right. Well, John, do you have a favorite video game that you like to play?
FIFA 12.
All right. Talk about things at school. You got a favorite subject or teacher over there?
Math.
All right. A Christmas wish or Christmas whatever for you?
Merry Christmas to everybody.
All right. Good deal, John. Thank you. Let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Ryan
What's your last name, Ryan?
Eckert.
And I believe you scored one of the goals, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about that goal.
It just fell right to me, so I just had to tap it in.
Have you had a season where you've scored goals here and there?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're not playing soccer out there with your teammates here, what do you like to do around the neighborhood?
Play outside and just kick the ball around.
Videos, a big thing for you guys nowadays. What's your favorite video game?
FIFA 12.
Okay. Who do you like to be on a FIFA 12?
Ronaldo.
All right. He's a great player. Okay. When you go to school, do you have a favorite subject or teacher at the school?
Yeah, I like PE.
All right. Got to stay fit, and it helps you playing soccer. Lastly, a Christmas wish or thought for you?
Merry Christmas.
Okay. Thank you very much. Greg G.K. Porter back here with Danny Smuts. Danny, talk about, first of all, you weren't feeling too well, but you allowed yourself, you worked yourself to get into this game. Talk about how that felt.
It felt pretty good to get back and play some soccer for a day.
Well, definitely, and I hope, the rest of the day, the rest of this weekend and on into the week that you start feeling a lot better and, because Christmas is coming up and, of course, get yourself ready for more play into next year. Talk about your father is deciding to, take a breather from coaching for a while. Talk about your feelings on that.
I think it's good that he's being able to take a break so he can help my little brother and help him to grow up and play some more soccer.
Okay. Well, I know it's a great family feeling that, he's going to be around to be able to do that. And what a way for him to go out with the championship. You guys really played some great soccer, and he goes out with a championship victory where the other team didn't score. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're not playing soccer, what do you like to do?
I just go around skateboarding in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite FIFA game?
Yeah, I play FIFA 12.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal. A Christmas thought, Christmas wish.
Just Merry Christmas to everybody.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Danny. And let me talk to your teammate. And you are?
Andrew.
Andrew Miranda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Andrew, you were very instrumental in kind of getting your team really going from the flanks. And then I saw you even go over to the other flank at one point, go across the middle of the field. You were really feeling good today. Talk about playing in this championship match today.
It was good. We were passing and it was fun.
Okay. You scored one of the goals. Talk about that goal.
I liked it because it was off a rebound and I thought it was going to miss for a while.
You struck it well on the penalty shot that your teammate scored on. Of course, you struck that one well. Talk about that play.
It was good. He put it right in the corner.
All right. Well, when you're not playing soccer, talk about things in the neighborhood that you like to do and with your friends.
Go to friends' houses and play FIFA 12 and all that.
Okay. All right. And who do you like to be on the FIFA 12 game?
Messi.
Okay. He's a great player, the best. Right now in the game, when you're going to school, do you have a favorite subject or a favorite teacher at that school?
Math and language arts.
All right. Two great subjects. Okay. Christmas thought for you.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you very much, Andrew. And you are?
Ramiro Rodriguez.
Okay, Ramiro Rodriguez. And Ramiro, you scored not one goal, not 2 goals. You scored 3 goals, what they call in hockey the hat trick. You had a lot of fun out there on the pitch today. Talk about it.
Well, I scored one with my lefty and I got a hat trick, so I'm pretty proud of myself.
How many times have you scored a hat trick recently that you can remember?
I think like 2 times.
Okay. This was one of those games where it just seemed like you guys, heated up as the game went on. You guys found spaces where to put the ball. You found opportunities to strike the ball well. Just talk about your teammates and how they, rallied together to make sure that you guys were going to win the championship.
Well, we were passing a lot and the defense kept on putting it out, and we scored a lot of goals.
Your defense played great, too. They kept feeding you guys the soccer ball. Has that been the reason why you guys have success in games like this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck in the future towards winning more championships. Talk about things outside of soccer for you, playing around the neighborhood with your friends. What do you like to do? Maybe playing video games. Talk about that stuff.
Sometimes I go to Andrew's house and play PS2 with FIFA 12.
Okay, all right. And talk about things at school. You got a favorite subject or a favorite teacher at school?
Yeah. The favorite subject is math. Favorite teacher is Mr. Harding.
A Christmas thought for you and for everybody.
Oh, Merry Christmas, and I want a PlayStation 3.
You're not shy. Hey, thank you very much, and good luck in the future, okay?
Thanks.
And another one of these FC Heat players out of the Escondido area, and you are?
Jesse.
All right, Jesse, what's your last name?
Partita.
Jesse, are you one of the players that plays in the defensive area?
Yeah.
Talk about you and your defensive teammates today. Did you guys have a mindset of what you guys were going to do in this championship game coming into the game?
No, we were just like passing it around so we can get more goals.
Okay. Jesse, this is one of those games where it started off, cloudy skies. You didn't know if it might rain or whatever. But it was undaunting for you guys because you guys had a mindset to win this championship match. What do you guys got to do to keep success like this moving forward?
Well, keep the faith and just keep on passing it forward.
Okay, Jesse, when you're playing, with your friends in the neighborhood, you're in the house playing video games, talk about your favorite video game and what you like to do with your friends.
I like to play soccer with my friends, and I like to play Modern Warfare 3.
Okay, that's a great game. It's a great game. All righty, well, when you're at school, do you have a favorite subject at school or a favorite teacher there?
Art and Mr. Walker.
Okay. Already a Christmas thought for you and the thoughts going into the new year for your team.
Well, everybody has to have a Merry Christmas and a happy day.
All right. Well, good luck to you in the future, and thank you very much, Jesse. And let me talk to your teammate, and you are?
Eli Navarrete.
Talk about playing in this match, Eli. By the way, that name Eli is a very popular name in football right now. So talk about playing in this match, with your teammates rallying around and making sure you guys put goals in the back of the net.
It was fun to win and pass and just play as a team.
What does your coach tell you before every match?
He tells us to just play, play around, have fun, and he tells us a lot of stuff.
I'm sure he does. But those two that you just mentioned are great ones right there. Eli, talk about things you like to do with your friends and, maybe video games you like to play at home.
I like playing FIFA 12 and just hanging out with my friends.
Okay. All right, when you go to school, talk about, you know, a favorite subject or favorite teacher at school.
My favorite subject is science, and Miss Mallory is my favorite teacher.
A Christmas thought and good thoughts for the new year from you.
Merry Christmas.
All righty. Okay. Well, Eli, good luck. You know, Merry Christmas to you too, and good luck with your teammates. Okay, and we have another FC Heat player who was victorious today in the championship this Christmas tournament, and you are?
Alan Creel.
Alan, talk about just playing in this match today. I mean, you know that you got a team that's pretty good. They made it to the championship, but you guys were ready today.
Yeah, we're just passing it around and just putting the ball in the net.
Okay. Well, that's at its rudimentary level. That's what you guys got to do. You just got to, you know, go out there and pass it around to each other and make sure that each other gets enough touches and, more importantly, see what you can try to do and put it in the back of the net. When you're not playing soccer, what do you like to do?
Well, I just like I get a football and I just throw it around.
So you don't mind throwing the old pigskin around, huh?
No.
All right, well, this is a good time of year for it. Talk about when you go to school, you got a favorite subject or a favorite teacher at school, Alan?
Well, I got a favorite teacher. He's Mr. McLeod.
Okay. And what is your Christmas thought, your wishes towards the new year for everybody?
That hopefully I get the present that I want.
Okay. Well, that sounds good, Alan. Well, the best to you, the rest of this, to close out this year and you're going into next year, Alan. Okay, take care. And let me talk to your teammate. And you are? Please. Take a look at that camera there with that big smile. Okay, talk about playing in this match today.
It was fun.
Okay. What was the most special part about playing in this match today? Is there anything, or was it just from minute 1 to the 60th minute, it was just all joy?
It was fun because we scored goals in the net, and
just all of it was all good, huh?
yeah.
Okay. When you're not playing soccer, talk about things you like to do with your friends or at home, you know, video games, that kind of stuff.
We go outside and play in the playground or just talk.
Okay, all right. Sounds good, sounds good. You don't play the video games, or do you?
Not that much.
Not that much. All righty, well, when you go to school, you got a favorite subject or favorite teacher there?
Yeah, favorite teacher, Mr. Sullivan.
Okay. Your Christmas thought for everybody, as well as, you know, into the new year?
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and good luck in the future. Greg G.K. Porter with another FC Heat player who played outstandingly today, and your?
Julius
Julius, what's your last name?
Jones.
Julius Jones. Talk about, you're out there running around, I believe, in the midfield area, and talk about your teammates in the midfield and just all over the pitch today.
They're doing good. Good passes.
Very successful with your passing. You're talking to each other, making sure that ball is going in the right direction, and that's forward, putting a lot of pressure on them. Anything that your coach always wants you to remember when you're ready to partake in a game like this?
Try hard and have fun.
Well, Julius, you guys did just that. When you're not out there playing soccer, talk about things that are fun for you at home, maybe playing video games with your brothers or sisters or whatever, and then talk about things around the neighborhood you like to do.
Well, my favorite game is Black Ops, and with my friends, I go up to the park and play soccer.
Okay, all right. Well, sounds good. Julius, at school, do you have a favorite subject or a favorite teacher at school?
My favorite subject in math and my favorite teacher, I don't know.
Well, that's okay. Talk about your Christmas thought or your New Year's thought for everybody.
Merry Christmas.
All righty. Well, good luck in the future, Julius. And another one of the FC Heat players out of the Escondido area, and you are?
Guadalupe Mora.
Guadalupe. Again, I mentioned throughout the video cast that I like that name, but you guys got a lot of interesting names on your team that are, you know, help you guys to be great people out there. And You know, obviously, athletically, you guys really showed it today with the 6-0 championship. Talk about how much fun it is to win a championship.
Oh, it's fun. Like every championship I've been in so far, I got second place. So it's good to at least win one.
Yeah, this kind of kicks you ahead, you know, towards 2012. Now you've got a championship underneath your belt, and who knows? Maybe there's a bunch more of those, because I know you guys have been finalists before, and maybe there's more of the championship hardware coming. Talk about things outside of soccer for you, playing around with your family at home, video games, whatever relaxing, and with your friends in the neighborhood.
Well, I usually play soccer with my friends, and I watch TV with my family, and I play my PS3 with Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
And I really don't do that much around the house. Pretty much sit there and do my homework.
Okay. Well, that's an important thing to do. And when you get to school, what's your favorite subject there, and or do you have a favorite teacher there?
My favorite subject is PE. It's a lot of fun, like moving around with my friends and stuff.
Yeah, calisthenics and everything.
And my favorite teacher would be, I really don't have one. I liked all of them.
All right. Well, that works for me. I'm sure it works for everybody else too. You know, it's Christmas time here, but we're moving into the new year. Talk about your thoughts for Christmas and moving into the new year.
I'd like everyone to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Okay. Well, same to you and the rest of your family, and good luck. How does it feel to be a champion finally after all those finals?
It feels great and fun to be a champion.
Well, I'm sure in your parents' hearts, you guys are always champions. But according to these tournaments, you guys had you know, not the luck to get that hardware. Now you get it today because you played outstandingly on the pitch. Didn't your teammates just keep that ball away from you having hard times back there as keeper?
Well, I think...
Didn't they do a great job at that?
Yeah, they did a great job. It was fun. It was great.
Well, you did a great job anytime they were trying to slingshot that ball or drive it towards you. You made some good plays. And talk about things outside of soccer for you that are fun at home with your family, video games, or in the neighborhood with your friends.
Well, usually I like to kick the ball around with my brother, and my favorite game is Assassin's Creed.
All right, that's another good game. A lot of fun in that one. Talk about things at school. You have a favorite subject or a favorite teacher at school?
Yeah, my favorite subject is math, and my favorite teacher, Mr. Christian.
Okay. Mitchie, lastly, a Christmas thought for you towards everybody.
I think everybody should have a happy Christmas and a good New Year.
All right, Mitchie. Well, same to you, and good luck towards playing soccer in the future.
Thank you.
Greg G.K. Porter back with the head coach, Dan Smuts. Dan, you know, your youngsters came out today. They had been finalists in different other tournaments, as you had told us prior to, you know, starting the match today, but they come out and they win the championship with determination and just controlling the match out there from beginning to end. Talk about their efforts today.
I think the boys all stepped up. We had different games throughout the tournament where different guys were stepping up and playing strong. They were doing fairly well here and there, but we put our best soccer together in the championship game. And if your offense scores 6 goals and your defense doesn't allow any in, that's about as good as it gets for a game. So I'm very proud of every player. I only had 13 on the roster, so every player had a big job on this team. Nobody was just kind of sitting and watching. From the back all the way up to the front, we had outstanding goalkeeping. Our defense was the strongest defense in the tournament. Very easy to see that. They played huge. My midfield was really strong. All the midfielders played really well, but I felt that Ramiro Rodriguez really held down the middle very well, and every one of our forwards was dangerous, and it seemed like we had an opportunity to score almost any time we were in the attacking third. So the boys played very well, and it's always good to save your best soccer for, I mean, I'd prefer to play it every game, but to see it in the championship game, I think it's really valuable, and the boys really earned it. They went out and decided to take it today.
Unfortunately, this is going to be your last game with them. Who knows? Might you, down the road, try to find these players again and try to coach them again if you have an opportunity? Talk a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, we have another coach coming in who's an outstanding coach, be able to continue the success that this squad's had. I don't know if our paths will come around with me being a coach, but I'm a teacher, a high school teacher in the area, and I am a fan of every kid that's on the team. And in the next years, it'll be a lot of fun to watch them continue to progress as outstanding little soccer players, become men in the high school game, and watch for their names in the papers, go watch them play, and know that I had a little hand in that in their preparation when they were young. Really, as far as coaching, I just coach these boys because they've been an awful lot of fun and great families. It's been a positive sideline and outstanding experience.
Well, I'm going to ask you, like I asked the rest of your players, your thoughts for everybody, Christmas time here and going into 2012.
I just wish the entire team and everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All the success that they can have with soccer and with the other aspects of life. Just want the best for them, and what an awesome way to start our holiday season here, winning a soccer tournament on Coronado Island like this. So.
Yes, it is. And Danny, nice to meet you, and the best to you in the future with your family. And who knows, maybe you'll get that chance. And if not, I know you'll be following it.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
All righty. That's going to do it right here from the Tidelands Park, where you saw on field number 2 the final score. It was the FC Heat out of Escondido winning 6-0 over Nado Select. And we'd like to thank Coronado Select because, again, they put a lot of great players into the high school realm out of here, the island here in Coronado. So they sponsor the tournament, and it's always a great tournament during Christmas time, as Danny and others have alluded to. So we hope that you enjoy your Christmas time, and we look forward to seeing you into the new year. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for George Landevin on the video camera, saying take care of yourself. As always, God bless, and remember to save this one on your hard drive. Bye now.